So, the opponent that you're gonna go against is Viilipytty.
Is it actually? Wait, really? Hi, Billy. I know you came into the World Finals without dropping any games, but are you ready to lose some matches in the finals?
So Jmak asked me if I'm ready to lose. Sorry Jmak, you're a nice guy, but you have to lose this time. I feel really confident in going against Jmak. I was talking with him while he was streaming just after I won the Europe Cup. I know like pretty much every artifact he upgraded up till now, so that's not going to be an issue.
At the end of the day, it is someone's word. There is a chance of luck, but I'm really confident. I'm going to do my preparation. I'm going to review his team matches, and I'm going to try my best to play against him.
Well, compared to Europe Cup, I think in World Finals we are going to see art masters waving their brushes around.
So in America's region, I have used a unit called Changpeng a lot. It just got buffed. It's a really insane unit. So for me, it has to be Changpeng.
I have 2 weeks time. Maybe I'm going to get one of them. If not, then I will just smooth in the situation with the way I can do.
So the Summoner Sword meta has always been CC, but I feel that it's a little weaker now. So I'm going to bring in a lot of damage so that even if it gets CC, if I get a proc or I get a turn, I get to delete a unit as soon as possible. If I have to pick, it has to be me, right?
Jmak, when we play, you are going to notice that your forehead is closing into your screen by amazement, like this.
Okay. Go Jmak!
Go Viilipytty!
Well, there you have it. You've got your first matchup here against the humble Jmak against the man who's missing no confidence at all in the form of Viilipytty. And that was probably going to be one of the most entertaining Smack Talk videos we're going to get all finals, as long as, you know, I think we'll be seeing it in English. Here we go. So Viilipytty, you know the stats, won the Europe Cup in first place. So we've got a battle of cup winners here. Viilipytty, the Europe Cup champ, and the Jmak, the America's Cup champ. Make it a bud. What do you make out of this explosive game number 1?
I mean, I think it's going to come down to speeds and then again the balance of survivability and tankiness. I think in one of Jmak's videos he noted that he liked to have tanky units, but of course we saw Viilipytty run a lot of the set, a lot of burst damage. So it's going to come down to how these speeds balance out and then how one plays over the course of the game. It's going to be very rune dependent and pick order and draft. I think it favors Jmak a little bit. Jmak has some incredible runes, but I wouldn't count Viilipytty out. Viilipytty did not drop a single game, but Jmak has also taken down a lot of big names on his way here.
Yeah, he definitely has. And I don't know, chat, I can't quite tell. Do we have any Jmak W's in the chat? There it is, Jmak W right there for the praying Jmak. Stoic, thoughts on our America's Cup champion as we've seen him every step of the way?
Well, nobody's done more preparation than Jmak, and I think those are facts, to be honest with you. He's been spitting so much knowledge about every single competitor in every single tournament. He's got notes down on everybody. So I'm going to see a very, very well-knowledge Jmak going into this match. And I think the only way you see Vili really surprise Jmak is if he brings something that Jmak was not prepared for. So that's the only way we're going to be seeing some sort of strange outcome that we may not have thought would have happened here.
Yeah, well, we heard from him right after his victory in the America's Cup, something that he's been waiting for 3, 4, 5 years now. Jmak now on the precipice of becoming a world champion. His first stop, the Europe Cup champion, Viilipytty, standing in front of his way. You see him, he's got that Google Play tumbler because this match and all the matches of SWC 2020 is brought to you by Google Play. Find new arenas and discover latest and greatest games today only on Google Play. SWC 2020 World Finals kicks off with Viilipytty against Jmak in the first quarterfinals to bring the action as we have every single step of the way. Stoic and Make It a Bud, take it away.
Here we go. We have our very first match of today's World Final. It's Jmak versus Viilipytty. Pre-bans are going out here. You can see that Chung Pung is getting pre-banned by Viilipytty, and the Vanessa is getting pre-banned by Jmak.
Interesting choice of the Vanessa pre-ban. You see the Champong pre-ban means that Viilipytty did not pull a Champong yet. I would have thought I would see a Sierra first pick. He goes for the Oki, so I definitely think Jmak will be reaching for a Sierra and likely pairing that with some sort of a Ganymede or something that can flex into all kinds of different drafts. It does not actually chooses to go for the Chiwu Gani instead. Very interesting, and I think that's to counter the potential Bastet and Ethnas that may come out of Viilipytty. Otherwise, Sierra may lock him into a lower speed.
Well, Sierra's going to be drafted by Viilipytty here. So he's taking that away from Jmak with one other unit after seeing this Chiwu and Ganymede, and that unit is going to be Savannah.
Yeah, very interesting. And Jmak actually instantly snapped picking the Han and the Beta. So he's going to have immunity up top, but he only really has one really heavy damage dealer, and that's Han. So that last pick by Jmak is likely going to be some sort of damage. Viilipytty going heavy on aggression. Sierra, Savannah, Barbara is going to need a stripper of some sort or another way to sustain himself over the course of the battle. One or the other. Sean is not it, and that tells me he's likely banning out the Beta, and then trying to survive and 3v4 him because he may lose a unit off the bat if the strips from the Chiwu go off.
Yeah, with the danger of having to get rid of that Beta now, it's forcing that Leo through. Jmak knows that Beta is going to be banned out here and the Leo's going through. And it looks like the ban's going to be on the Han and the CR are getting pre-banned on Viilipytty's side of the field.
Interesting here, and actually I really think this favors Jmak's side because you're going to see a Chiwu go off and Beta give this team immunity, and he's going to take down one of the Beast Riders, and Viilipytty's going to be losing a unit fast, and Beta's going to sustain the team. So we'll see how that pans out, but I think this really favors Jmak's side.
Yep, it really does. And here we go, guys, getting to our first match with Jmak and Viilipytty. We, of course, have this Leo taking first turn. Leo's going to be focusing down this Barbara first.
Yeah, and of course, everything on Viilipytty's side's on Will, so this Chiwu needs to land, and it does land, and Ganymede's free to be able to S3 on Savannah here.
Yep, so the magic came out on the Savannah. We have Beta getting the immunity and the anti-crit up here. Leo still trying to go after this Barbara. We have a skill 2. I'm sorry, not a skill 2, but a skill 1. No, choosing to go with the skill 2 onto the Barbara as well.
And you see Jmak's going to be keeping up this immunity on his side of the field, and as long as he keeps up immunity, there's not very much Viilipytty can do, and this Barbara's taking a lot of damage. It took a lot of damage from that Leo. It's about to take a lot more here, and Jmak's really going to be protected. There's not really much that's going to be able to threaten him in this game there.
That's right, reset going out on top of the Ganymede. You can see that skill 3 coming out of the Sean, looking to boost up his team here. And the stun, of course, does land on top of that Ganymede. Barbara looking for this full strip onto the Beta and does receive that full strip.
Yeah, but again, speed buffs don't really matter here. Beast Riders do more damage with more speed, but everything is slowed down due to Leo. So Viilipytty is going to be lacking a lot of damage. It's going to need some procs in order to be able to come back. Does get a proc there from the Savannah, which is a lot of damage it's going to be able to do.
Yeah, definitely a lot of damage for sure. Savannah's probably definitely going right after this Beta and continuing to go after this Beta as well. This Squall's not going to be dealing a lot of damage. We all know that is based off of speed, and Leo is going to be doing a lot of effect to that Squall.
And just like that, the Water Beast Rider is dismounted and it might drop at this point here. So Viilipytty does not really have the ability to give defense breaks to Jmak's side, and that's a huge sleep onto Okeanos.
Big sleep onto that Okeanos with that Chiwu first skill. You can see the heal going out on top of that Beta as well. And still, Viilipytty's trying to get rid of this Beta as soon as possible. Barbara going after Beta, Savannah going after Beta. We've got Sean going after Beta as well. Beta just with a little first skill here, trying to get rid of this Barbara as soon as possible. And Leo's going to be doing that.
Yeah, I mean, that sleep was massive. That Okeanos is not going to be able to do anything. And of course, we still have a Leo pummeling damage in, and Viilipytty doesn't really have a clean answer to it. Sean does not have skills up, and Sean also doesn't do a lot of damage. And also, that Ganymede just proc was just massive as well.
That's right, big procs there, getting that Glanzing on top of the Savannah as well. We're going to see that second skill coming out here. Could possibly be dropping, but with that Glancing, may not drop the Beta and does not. Is this Squall going to be enough to drop the Beta? And it does. We do have a unit down for both players.
Yeah, we do have a unit down for both. Beta is gone, so no more heals, no more revive. But again, Viilipytty is about to lose the Beast Rider. It's going to be dismounted here. Ganymede does have a sealed magic up, and again, that's huge sleep by the Chiwu here.
Massive sleeps coming out of this Shibu, landing that 2-turn sleep once again onto the Okeanos. Sean using that third skill, trying to boost up here, getting some stuns out there. Savannah's able to keep procking. If Savannah gets enough procs, might be able to finish off this this Ganymede soon.
Yeah, and this Ganymede might actually go down here because the game's ticking down, attacks going up. This Ganymede might not survive this, does not survive this. It's gonna come down to Sean versus that Leo at some point in time. Jmak needs to get rid of this Okeanos because this Okeanos is gonna do a lot of damage to both of those units.
Yep, that is right. You can see this Dot is on top of the Okeanos here, looking for the rain of stones, trying to get a stun on everybody. Does receive that stun as well. Dot might be finishing off that Okeanos here. Savannah going after the stun up. Leo getting the initial turn as well, dropping the Leo lift. I think this is going to be it for Jmak for this round one.
Yeah, definitely that's going to be it for round one, and he's going to have one more lifeline left if he wants to move on in this tournament.
That's right. See the skill 3 coming out of Sean, and there you have it. Viilipytty taking round one away from Jmak.
Wow, what a match there. I would have thought Jmak would have it. I was surprised that his Ganny did not ventilate the beta and then put another wave of immunities on. Maybe I missed something there, but I thought that that's what should have happened, so that when Jmak is able to keep immunities up, he should be able to win the game from there. Unfortunately, did not get enough damage across the field, and also Savannah proccing so many times there allowed him to cycle cooldowns, do a lot of damage, and ultimately Viilipytty was able to take that one.
Yeah, definitely some key violent procs coming out of Viilipytty as well. Savannah able to get so much damage onto that field, but same goes in both directions. The Chibu landing so many 2-turn sleeps on top of that Okeanos. I thought that was going to be enough, keeping that unit back for so many turns.
Definitely. I mean, that sleep was everything. I mean, if without that sleep, that match would have been over a long time ago. And I think it really comes down to not having more immunity from that beta, I think was a big reason. And just not enough damage. I mean, the Beast Riders have 2 lives essentially, even though it really doesn't do much when dismounted. So we'll see if Jmak can adjust this match.
Yep, we're going to find out, guys. You see the pre-bans from last time, that Chungpong and Vanessa coming back in this match here. So it looks like Viilipytty is going to have to deal with it, or we're going to find out that maybe he did pull one, but we're going to see right here. Chiwu and Vertihill are going to be the pre-bans.
Interesting pre-ban on the Vert, and this goes to show the homework that Jmak has done, because he knows he has Chungpong here, and you know that's going to be in the draft. Viilipytty also has done his homework because he's taking out Chiwu, which means that Jmak can't exactly Chiwu, Chungpong, Okeanos, which is a really massively hard counter to deal, or team to deal with. So good pre-bans on both sides, and again, I guess Okeanos is the contested unit for both players.
That's right, and Jmak's going to be taking that Okeanos away from Vili here. Vili possibly drafting Chiwu, Ciara, maybe even a Ganymede to avoid the double reset from Jmak.
I definitely think he has a choice. It's either going to be a Ciara, a Ganny, that type of style, or he's going to go more aggression. Looks like he's running out of time, and double Beast Riders. He totally ran out of time there. And that's actually pretty rough here, because now Jmak can go for some sort of survive comp. These 2 units are very weak into a Chungpong. So, I mean, very unfortunate that he just ran out of time there.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate. You don't want to run out of time, especially with how much is on the line here. Chungpong is going to be drafted by Jmak, one out of the unit, after seeing double Beast Riders coming out of Vili.
And I think we're going to see Ciara Chungpong exactly. We're going to see that because Jmak wants that speed lead. Chungpong's going to be able to strip for the Ciara, and it's also just the ability to give him a speed lead so that his last 2 picks can do a lot. We're going to see a Jemire, which is something we saw Jmak showcase earlier, and I really like this unit because it's a speed lead, and it also allows him to reset his own unit. So lots of cooldowns. I mean, these are long cooldowns that he's going to be able to reset and recycle. So Jmak may honestly have to be banning this Jemire and going with it. And he goes with the Gemini Blution. I really like this aggression from Jmak.
Yep, bringing in that Gemini, and I'm not going to say Liebly, guys. I'm not. It's a CN, it's a Blution. Wrapping up Jmak's draft there. Vili with one last pick. I do like that Jemire pick coming from Vili.
And this is why we saw Vert pre-ban, because Vert would be a very good last pick. I think Vili needs to go with something to disrupt this, maybe some sort of a Leo or even like a Triton or something that would totally throw Jmak for a loop here. Because Jmak is penciling a ban on that Jemire. He has 2 AoE strippers up top, double speed lead, and he's got Okeanos and Blution. So either way, I think Jmak has an amazing cleave here. Vili's going to need some procs from both Beast Riders if he wants a chance. I think Jmak's going to take out the Jemire.
Correct unit there.
And he's going to take out the Jemire here. We're going to see a Chungpong open with the strip into an Okeanos stun on the team.
Yep, bans are out. Jmak with a speed lead. We've got a light HP lead for Vili. Appears this is going to be the draft that he was looking for. But we're going to find out. Is Jmak going to be taking this victory going into round 2? Let's go, guys. We've got Changpeng taking first turn, looking for full team strip. Does not get the full team strip. Defense break sitting on top of that Beta. Reset coming out onto the Sean. No, going for a Rain of Stones to sun up that Savannah and Beta.
Got to go for the Rain of Stones there. And actually huge misses on both of those middle 2 units there. Basically means that Jmak will be stunned by this Sean here. So that's pretty big miss there. And that's exactly what we see. We see that stun coming out from the Sean and speed buffs, which is also massive in terms of turn order.
Yeah, a little bit of miss there as well. Only getting that stun on top of that. Changpeng Okeanos was able to resist there. Bombs coming out onto that Beta and does land as well. He's going to be detonating that bomb off. Ooh, dealing massive damage to Billy's team.
Yeah, and Jmak does need to take down this Beta here because this Beta does have the ability to heal and do all kinds of disruption. So he takes that out there and he's up 4 units to 3. Sean's almost gone, so it might be 4 units to 2 left. And Blueshin does have an extra life, so I really like Jmak's spot.
Definitely like Jmak's spot as well. Blueshin's able to finish off the Sean. Sean drops immediately. Bobber looking to deal some damage to this Okeanos. Okeanos still looking super thick. Bobber's not dealing much damage there.
Definitely not. I mean, this is 2 units to 4. As good as the Beast Riders are, they can't take down a Seer and a Changpeng. Changpeng is such a strong unit. That's going to be it. We're going to be going to a 3rd match soon. Jmak is still focused, but he really should be taking his time and thinking about that 3rd match that he's about to have.
Yep, that is correct. Bomb sitting on top of Bobber. This is definitely going to be it here. Looking to first kill this thing. And there you have it. Jmak taking round 2 with a very commanding draft.
Very commanding draft, and I think a lot of it came down to really running out of time and having both Beast Riders come in. When you have both Beast Riders come into the draft, you don't have a speed lead, and you don't have anything that's going to threaten at a very high speed. You kind of have 2 middle speed units. And the problem with that is it allows your opponent to dictate if they want turn 1 or if they want to go full turn 2 with Leos. And that's exactly the advantage it gave Jmak. It allowed Jmak to make the perfect draft there.
Well, all right, we're getting to a very important game 3 with Billy and Jmak. This is anyone's match here. Definitely excited to see this one. A lot of people have a lot of bets on this match right here. Let's see who's going to be taking this one. Pre-bans from last time. We've got the Chiwu and the Vertiheel getting pre-banned.
Yeah, we're going to likely see the same pre-bans as the first match, and that's kind of what we do. We see a Changpeng pre-ban, but we actually see a Savannah pre-ban from Jmak. So actually chooses to change it up, does not ban out the Vanessa, may decide that he wants a Vanessa in case Vili goes with the CR first. I still think we're going to see that Oki contest. It's a unit that both players think is strong, and we're going to see some sort of a CR response, like a CR Gani, as we predict in the first match, not a Chiwu.
Yep, there's that CR Gani being drafted by Jmak. Really taking a little bit of time here. Looks like he's going to be drafting the Sean once again. I feel like Jmak's looking a little prepared right now after seeing that Sean. He was definitely nodding a lot.
He's definitely nodding. That shows confidence. He's got 2 options when Vili goes high speed here. He's got either the Han Beta, or he can go with some sort of a Vigor Molly, either or. I think we're going to see some sort of a Han Beta play. I think that generally is Jmak's style. We could also see some sort of a Jemire, also perfectly acceptable, but we're going to see if he chooses to go fast, and I think that's exactly what he's going to do. The Han Beta comes out. He wants protection on his team, and he also wants the ability to nuke a unit off the bat with the Han.
Yep, on Beta for Jmak. Vili wrapping up his draft. Looks like he's going to be taking in a Chiwu. See if this Chiwu works out for him. In a Tableau as well, wrapping up Vili's draft.
Yeah, so Vili does have to take 2 speed leads. Otherwise, Jmak will just simply ban out one of the speed leads and just outspeed and have the Beta control. So definitely makes a lot of sense. And also, from this point of view, Jmak has an option. That's exactly what he does. He goes with the Leo. He chooses to go with turn 2-esque type slower play. So Leo gets banned out, and we're going to see who goes faster, and I think Beta's going to take turn 1, and we'll see how the actual turns pan out afterwards.
All right, let's see if that Beta can get first turn. Maybe that Okeanos might get first turn here. Is Jmak going to be faster than Vili going into this game 3 with Jmak and Viilipytty? Winner is going to be moving forward to the semifinals. Here we go, guys. And we have Barbara actually taking first turn.
Wow, that's a super fast Barbara. It's a 108 base speed, but actually does outspeed the 110 base speed of Beta, so that's huge by Viilipytty.
Yep, Okeanos landing that reset on top of that CR as well. Not looking good for Jmak. Not at all what he wanted to see. The Rain of Stones coming out, stunning up everybody except that Han, of course. We've got a nice skill too. Squall coming out, not dropping that Han just yet. That skill 3, dropping the attack bar on all Jmak's units.
Wow, that is a massive proc on that Okeanos, allowing him to stun Jmak's entire team. That might be the game-deciding play there, or proc, I should say. Jmak just in a really, really rough spot. This Han is not going to live, and he's down 3 units to 4 already, and everything's stunned up.
Yep, there's that Sean's third skill, boosting up his team. Obviously, everyone's going to be stunned up there. We have Tablo here, going from a nice skill, too. No defense breaks coming out there, but Ganny is going to proc here. A little bit of saving grace for Jmak.
Definitely needed that proc, but if you notice, Billy's units have speed leads, speed buff, so they're still going to move in front of that beta. So Billy is still in the commanding spot here. Cooldowns are going to come back up. I mean, that Squall is going to hurt so much.
This Squall is definitely going to be hurting here. There's that 12k damage dropping the beta there. Billy looking very strong in this round 3.
Yeah, I mean, Billy looking very strong here. That proc on Okeanos was everything there, and I don't think Jmak was anticipating that Barber being that fast. And so unfortunately for Jmak, I don't think he's going to be able to take this one, and Billy looks really strong and is going to move on here.
Ciara was able to get a couple additional turn there, cycling a little bit of attack bar. Ganymede with just a second skill that could go back onto the Ciara. Definitely not going to be enough here. Tablo looking for some damage on top of Ciara. Barbara with the poke damage on Ciara as well. Big Squalls coming out on top of Ganymede. Billy already celebrating. There you have it. Round 3's going to Viilipytty.
Wow, that was RNG. Jmak got Google played. As we've noticed, Google Play brings the RNG to the game here, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, that proc by that Okeanos was so huge because he was able to reset and then stun the entire team, essentially keeping Jmak locked down. I think a lot of it also came down to draft, where Jmak with the 1